We're gonna start the stream right now. We're gonna let chat in.
No, don't start the
And I'm going to...
like in tears.
Well, you're the one that wants these mozzarella sticks. I still have to make the multi here. Yeah, I know. Oh, this is the default Twitch one. I usually don't use it, but because OBS glitched out or had an update, it broke my ability to mess with the title in here, so I had to get other plugins. So I gotta find... I gotta remake it, but they changed how to do it, so I gotta find all that. But that's okay.
Oh, hello. What?
You okay?
No.
I know you're not okay.
I'm emotionally broken by Star Trek.
I know.
Why would you do this to me?
You're welcome.
And now I need my emotional support mozzarella sticks.
You're adorable.
Why am I adorable?
I know you want mozzarella
Send
sticks.
in Go Team 6 now.
Oj injury almost 2 years.
Is that what?
Neato.
Oh yeah, no, I put this because someone was making bad memes. So I replied with that. I know. Everyone questions the memes. What was I doing? Okay, yeah, I was also updating the title because we're actually almost at about 120 players. So we're going to update that accordingly. Awesome. And let's go ahead, tab back in. We're still waiting on the dash, but actually if I tab out again just to check, we're at... Oh shit, no, we have a full server, 124 on tonight, so server's going to be capped. And now that everything's settled, I was about to. I was going to get to it. Why are you playing with my cheeks like that? Freelance, thank you for the 23-month resub. One more month, it'll be 2 years, my friend. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of FNF tonight.
No, it's you hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario.
I know, but I vary it a little bit. I only say scenario if I'm Zeusing. Otherwise, I try to say the specific event. Okay, boo. You're right. I didn't say it right.
Thank you so much for the 23-month resub.
You gotta be louder, boo.
No, I don't.
Why?
Is that Barb?
Yeah, Barb's doing a hydrate. I do slight variations, yeah.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
I agree. It's
Unacceptable condition. Okay.
Tell Bloodwing she's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Hey, boo, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Am I thicker than a Snicker?
All right, well, if you want to... So here's the deal. I've been showing Bloodwing The Next Generation for Star Trek, and we just got done with the second episode of Season 4, which is after when they get Picard back after he got turned into Locutus, and then he has an emotional breakdown, and Bloodwing had a little emotional breakdown by watching that.
It was so sad.
And now...
It was good episode. It was a good
I need to
episode.
tab out and fix that real quick.
It was so sad. And now I want to cry into emotional support.
Yeah, so I've got salmon upstairs defrosting. I'm going to make it on a bed of couscous with some peas. And she wants to instead order pizza so she can get her emotional support mozzarella sticks.
Rolls and mozzarella sticks.
So that's what I have to deal with right now.
Chat can pay for our pizza.
That is so rude.
What? They paid for pizza before.
I know, but that's when I was drunk.
Yeah,
I'm
sure
stone cold sober right now. All right? You see, I changed my emotional state to fit the theme.
See, it's Friday. Pizza is mandatory.
Pizza's mandatory.
Get your woman mozzarella sticks.
Is she too good? No, I have salmon defrosting upstairs, though.
See? They're also saying I should get emotional support mozzarella sticks.
Well, that's because you're the girl, okay? They're going to do whatever the girl says, all right? That's just how the internet works.
That's sexist. If you came here crying and wanted emotional support mozzarella sticks, I'd get you emotional support mozzarella sticks.
But I don't need emotional support mozzarella
Send
sticks.
in Go Team 6 now.
Thank you. So, Audrey
Personally,
Hotto.
the salmon sounds
let me play.
nice. What you planning for it?
So we're going to basically... I've got a nice little custom blend of spices I put on the salmon, which you even admitted you liked. Don't you roll your head up at me. You even said you like that blend.
I do, but it's a Friday.
So I coat it in that, and then I grill it, and I make absolute sure not to overcook it, because then it gets a little dry in that fact. So you get it, you know, so it's still nice and juicy. I usually don't do a sauce with it. Instead, I just put it on a bed of well-flavored couscous, and then I serve it with the side of vegetables, which in this case, I think we're going to do peas. You really... Do we have... I can fry you mozzarella sticks. Then buy mozzarella sticks next time we're at the grocery store. I'll make you mozzarella sticks. I'll make you pepperoni rolls. We don't have to go out and pay like double for the fact they're going to undercook them again.
I have a discount.
Why did you say you have a discount and then make your tits jump like that?
I was, and I was straightening my back.
Okay, well, that was really well timed otherwise.
Fucking posture check. Degenerate.
Audrey Hotto, thanks for the 35-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying your operations. And I'm sorry, I can't think because she's smacking my head with her fists.
I'm bonking you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks so much for the 35-month resub.
Yeah,
Hope you keep
what
enjoying the
Don said,
operations, and I hope everything's going well for you.
Bonk. Fists?
No, she's not. If she was smacking me with her tits, the headset would start getting... Oh, God, no. No, no, fuck! Well, there goes the headset. Anyway, let me read. Oh, my God. Woman. Woman. Woman.
I'm assaulting you with my titties until you get me mozzarella sticks.
I guess you're not getting the mozzarella sticks then, but you're really screwing my mic here. All right, Nakey Man is Nakey. Now,
Nakey Man. See, you know what's funny?
yeah, you say that with me all the damn time when I run around the house, but now I
Yeah.
use it in stream.
Yeah. Nakey Man.
Nakey Man, I know. Anyway, this is going to be a 1980s Cold War style operation. I believe the Blue 4 group is going to be the British, and Op 4 is going to be some sort of faction. Let's go ahead and look at the brief here. Also, Dream will be joining us a little later. He's running late because work is going to be running over, so I'll be solo shoutcasting this round and maybe part of the second round. So, let's get right into it. So, why did you do a wanking animation when you said work?
Animation. I'm not a cartoon. Motion.
Oh my God. Woman, I do have to start working.
Jacket it.
I'm not going to jack it. I'm going to cover F and F. Okay?
You will buy me the mozzarella sticks.
I'm broke right now.
You will buy me the mozzarella
Someone has to pay the
sticks.
mortgage on this house. Someone has to pay for your fancy new car. I mean, I'm broke.
You will let me buy mozzarella sticks.
Oh my God.
And pizza.
That's going to be like $30 for everything you want. $30 for such a price. Okay. Oh, there's goats here as well. Well, yeah, it's 30 of my dollars, though.
I'll pay for it.
With what money?
I got money.
I still need my 5K from when you made me buy all the damn furniture for this house. Why are you tapping my shoulder? Where's my 5K?
My fucking money.
Where's my fucking money?
You will let me buy mozzarella.
It's 1983. Russian forces... Oh, so it's Russians. Op 4 have seized a remote British
Okay.
overseas... Yeah, go ahead.
Yay. All right.
Say it clearly in the microphone.
You know I can speak clearly.
You can
1983.
suck clearly. Ah! Oh! Why are you licking my eyeball? Ah! Just read the fucking brief.
1983. Russian forces, OPFOR, have seized the remote British overseas territory of Malden in the South Atlantic Ocean and declared it part of the Soviet Union. Enraged by this clear violation of the rights of the British citizens that live there, the Prime Minister has mobilized an expeditionary force, which is en route to Southampton. In the meantime, a platoon of Paras, Blue 4, who have been training in the South Atlantic, are making a daring attempt to seize the port town of La Riviera and regain a British foothold on the islands. Here we stand, or here we fall.
Okay. Game mode's going to be 3-ad sector.
Did I do good?
Yes, you did. Here are your head pats. Thank you,
Did
boo.
I get mozzarella sticks?
I mean, you'll get something after this, that's for sure.
I don't want that stick.
Little bunny. Anyway.
Cheesy.
Uh,
I want dick cheese. I want mozzarella cheese.
okay.
Send in Goat Team 6.
Barbarian, thank you for gifting a sub to Mr. Wasber. Hope you both keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario, because apparently that's how I'm supposed to say it. But anyway, it's an ad
Yay!
sector. I did it right. Yeah, okay. I did. Thank you for hitting my headset and me. Ow! The game mode is Add Sector, which means Op 4 have to keep at least one person in the sector to prevent Blue 4 from capturing it, but once all of Op 4 are out of the sector, if Blue 4 puts a person in the sector itself, it gets taken. Now, the player inside the sector... What?
Put grilled cheese on a dick? I feel like that would hurt.
That probably would, yes. Anyway, that would be an interesting episode of Sex Sent Me to the ER, but anyway... Blue 4, okay, Op 4 guys, they can't be unconscious in the sector, otherwise they don't count as a player, or they can't be in a vehicle or in a turret or static, otherwise it, they won't get teabagged, honey.
But if they're not conscious,
No, no, I'm saying if these are the rules for the game mode, so if Op 4 is unconscious in a vehicle or in a turret or static, they don't count as being in the sector, and Blue 4 can still capture it at that point.
It's a rule of the game that if someone is unconscious, they get teabagged.
We don't teabag. I don't think anyone's ever teabagged in Arma, though.
Yes, they have. I have videos of you on your channel doing it.
Well, as one or
someone
twice
doing it
as
to
a
you.
joke, but it's too slow to crouch and stand back up, so you don't really see teabagging in Arma.
It's like fake teabagging.
It's... Okay. Anyway, we're going to go over... Let's look at the mat settings real quick. Great. I hope you have fun with that. But anyway, Blue 4 and Op 4 both have 2 AT rounds per, no HE rounds for their medium anti-tank weaponry. Blue 4, otherwise, we're going to see them as British paratroopers. Now, you have to remember, with the FNF rewriting, all of the vests and helmets are given the same amount of armor, so the fact they're not being given helmets, they still get a little bit of head armor. So we'll see how things go. What are you doing? Why are you getting all sexual now?
I'm not. I'm trying to make it sassy.
You are rubbing your tits against my shoulder and saying things in a sassy voice. Anyway, this is what the British forces on Blue 4 look like. They're going to be getting FNFALs with Colt carbines, as well as Browning handguns. A lot of these weapons are from 3CB. Why? They're going to get a mix of Brens and FN mags for their LMGs and MMGs respectively. M72 Laws for the light anti-tank. Sniper on the recon team is going to get an M24, with the suppressed shooters getting a choice of a Mark 14 or an M3A1. Can I help you? And then any crew or aviation slots are getting Sterling SMGs or a Colt carbine. Also, something that's not on the roster is the... Why are you doing this? Is the marksman. So I just want to see what they're giving the marksman here specifically. Okay, Wasver just gave you $5 for the mozzarella sticks.
Thank you.
Go put the fucking salmon in the fridge or freezer. Go do it.
Really?
Well, I mean, someone else is probably going to give 20 or 25, so I'm just...
Hey, that's not fair. You never know. I might have to post those feed pics only.
Okay, that would imply you have feet pics or an OnlyFans. Anyway, I'm looking for the marksman. Why are you making that face? I will turn this camera over, I swear. I will put the balaclava on.
Go ahead.
You know,
I'll put a balaclava on too. We'll be balaclava.
we'll just be the IRA stream for Friday night. IRA covering British paratroopers in 1983 assaulting Russians on an island.
What?
Yeah, what?
Who drew me in a maid outfit?
Wait, who drew her
Wait,
in a maid
Don,
outfit? I want to
do you
see
have
this.
that picture?
I want to see this. I'm looking for the marksman, but I actually don't see one. I'd assume it's an FNFAL with a scope, in all honesty, but I'm
Don, send it
desperately
to me. Oh my God,
looking
wait,
for
wait,
it.
wait. Oh shit, really?
Oh,
drew me in
God,
a
she's
maid
all
outfit?
excited for this now. A little worried.
I'm concerned.
I know the Russian forces would probably have an SVD, but I am desperately trying to find where the marksman is. This is the... No, so they're getting an M14 with a scope on it. Interesting. All right. So marksmen get M14s for this scenario. But go ahead, going back over to look at... Actually, we're back at
I'll
Blue
put
4.
it in your Discord if Don sends it, if it's good.
Okay.
Who drew it though?
So otherwise, that's it. Nothing custom for the CSWs. And otherwise, we have 8 assault boats, 3 motorbikes, which can carry 2 people. Are you okay? Okay, and then 2 HMG Land Rovers.
What?
Anyway, Op 4, interesting. So they're upgrading some of the pictures here so you can specifically see what everyone looks like. This is something Maz was working on for everything. And why are you grabbing...
What?
Awesome. Anyway, loadouts are going to be getting AK-74s, usually what you see for most Op 4 forces, except the marksman is going to get the Mosin, which I don't understand for the sniper for the X-ray team, because in my opinion, the Mosin's weaker than the SVD.
Oh my god! That's so good! That's so good!
Okay. Yeah.
Can you retweet that shit?
Sure, just shoot me a link on Discord. I'll deal with that when we have an intermission. Otherwise, Op 4 getting the choice of AKSs with 45-round magazines or AS Vals.
Ricky Jamie?
Otherwise, they get 2 armed BRDMs, which they don't have the turret. It's the PKT up top, and then 2 unarmed ones for transport, and then a single gas for transport as well. Otherwise, looking at the roster here, we got Jib Style commanding Blue 4 with Tenderbaner as his medic. I've never seen that name before, so great to see new people in the roster here. Korvac is going to be commanding X-Ray with JY being the 2IC, Curie being the sniper, Reaper being, I think, the 3IC, and then Sam and Lolo going for the suppressed M3A1 grease guns, which I guess makes sense, but that means they're going to be used for CQC because those guns beyond 100 meters are not going to be viable. So that means X-Ray is probably going to get in nitty-gritty on Blue 4. I'm going to love to see that go. Otherwise, we've got Frodo from Fox leading Alpha HQ, Steve Bean is 2IC. We got Red Fox, Tazian, and Crips under Alpha 1 with Fox, as well as Pelagic. And we got 30K Swan and Crolio with them as well. A lot of new names there. We'll see how they do today. Revanche leading Alpha 2 as the machine gunner because they don't have their specific team lead, with Bar, Olaf, Navy, and Green Thumb under Alpha 2 there. Bravo HQ, we've got Papega Pirates with King leading, with Bronson, Flux, Guy Fieri, Michael, Coda, Colonel Arcane. Hopefully there won't be hopefully there won't be a confusion between the two Kings in the same group. But Iqbal, Schult, Newton. It's right here. It's cut off though. See on the box there, it has his full name. So it's our King, but the King gets cut off. Anyway, I'm not calling him Cholera. We have Schult, Newton, Linz. We're not calling him Collar King either. Newton, Linz, Barrett, and Norris, noteworthy. And roster there as well. Interesting to see Norris playing with Papega. We'll see what he's able to do with today. Yes, Boo.
How's that idea coming along?
What idea? Oh, the trading cards. I haven't been able to touch it because I've been busy with other stuff. But I'll be wrapped up with it for the weekend so I can then go over and tackle it. I just want to get MCO and checkpoint RP documentation out. Anyway. Rai Sizzla.
We should play It Takes Two.
We're just going to call him Rai, leading Charlie with Baki, Frigley, Doki, Bayant, and Esco. Interesting. Taru, William, Lamboy, Khan, the Lepre, and Firehawk there as well. Probably it's Leprechaun. I'm going to call him Lepre, though. Yeah, okay. Nemesis leading Delta HQ, so Papega also with Blue 4. So, no, Scandy Recon and Papega on Blue 4.
Papega is spelled? I've never actually looked at
they're not actually called, you can't see the name from here, it's just I know them as Papega in the community. But otherwise, back to Delta, we got Whiplash, Iander, Nim, Purton, Stark, Azariah, and Yanni. Stark playing with them, another really great solo player under Delta 1 there. And then we got members of MUR, which is... It's interesting that Nafs is playing under a different flag today with Cullis. But otherwise, we've got Frost, Katz, Keenan, Dobbs, and Nick playing under that group. We actually do see some MUR players play with Scandy. We've been seeing that for the past few weeks. They've been showing that same level of aggression with all the Scandy players. But we also saw Vince just show up, another member of Papega jumping in as well. Otherwise, Op 4, we got Oddball leading with Maz. Let me look at their helmets real quick. Looks like Maz is going to be the 2IC because Oddball has the custom cap there, which indicates he is the ground commander. Jack being the platoon medic. We have Ash, Banks, Tackleberry, Rory, Wheaton, and Falcon all together. I'm trying to see Tackleberry. Looks like he is going to be the sniper with the Mosin. I believe it's going to be Rory. No. They're playing with a goat. Okay. So Wheaton taking the suppressed AKS, and Falcon also taking the suppressed AKS. You can tell by the symbol. So good choices there. It means they're going to be a little more aggressive trying to find Blue 4 as they come in. Hey, Dream, give me 1 second. I just got to catch up with everything. Mission's going to begin in 2 minutes.
Is it Dream?
Otherwise, DJ being the squad leader, Miss Spear, Emzikov, basically Fatal Puppy Squad, with his Emzikov's group taking Alpha HQ, with Gim, Misfit, and Dardis, Professional, Gums and Drums, ZH, Loki, and Kubas under Alpha 1. Bravo HQ has Shy and Blam together, with Wolfer leading Bravo 1 with Khan, N1, Rat, Matafin, and Pjorg. I'm just going to call him Lucas. Despo leading Bravo 2 with Vexa and Pogo _ Time X Psych and Kevin. Great players from OFCRA. 1RW taking Charlie 1 with Autovisky and Steve and Ace together. Vagrant going to be leading Delta HQ with Skipu, Naders, Steel, Hunter, and Hunta together. And then Bert and Rasta as individual players there as well. Why are you twerking next to me?
I finally learned how to twerk yesterday.
What?
I'm not buying you pizza.
Can you buy me pizza
Great.
instead?
No. Anyway, it looks like Blue 4, they've got 2 different zones that they can spawn from. AO is going to specifically be the town of La Riviere. The 3 sectors involved being the dock sector, right there, Sector 1. Sector 3 being a little up here with some, looks like, wow, okay, shade right there. Yeah, Dream, be careful because we are at cap today. So,
Hey, Dream,
make sure you
did
get
you
your
see
slot
it?
super quick.
Someone drew me as a maid.
And Bloodwind wants you to know
What?
someone drew her as a maid. But anyway, that
I thought
is
you said
that.
drew me as a maid.
And
I
then
wanna send
Sector
it to me.
2
I
is
wanna see
this
it.
little custom military base that the Russians appear to have set up. So very close AOs. That means a time defense is going to be unlikely. A lot of the time is going to be spent, I think, walking into the AO to help stretch the time out. That gives Op4 a little bit of time to set up some aggressive defensive lines to pull back from as Blue 4 pushes in. But otherwise, the round has officially begun. Let's go ahead and
Holy
see
shit, I
everything
made it.
mobilize.
I fucking made it. I got out of work, no joke, 3 minutes ago. 3
Go
minutes.
put the salmon in the freezer again, please. Go put it all away. Yeah, you cried wolf enough. It's fine.
Hello?
Sorry. She took my credit card.
She took your credit card.
Yeah.
Doesn't she do that normally?
You can't do all of this, and then when I give it to you, then try to put it all back. No.
Okay.
No.
Hi everyone.
No.
Sorry I'm late. If Liru didn't explain, I was at fucking work.
Yes, sorry. I didn't get a chance to explain because Bloodwing, you're not paying for it. You're broke.
I have money.
Then where's my 5K?
I'm saving it.
Just go
saving it.
pay for the. Just go get the damn pizza. Go put the stuff away in the freezer and go get the damn pizza, okay? Yes, I want my Bianca with ricotta. Thank you.
That's a good drawing of the maid. Barb sent it to me, and she has a gun and a knife. That is terrifying.
Order it in like an hour. Thank you.
Oh.
Woman do be confusing. I'm not
No,
gonna
I
say
haven't.
that
Okay. Also, I'm
openly.
doing shots
just
tonight to
replying
raise money
when
for my
someone said in
event.
chat.
Just putting that in there because sometimes you have to be shameless. Sometimes you have to be shameless, and tonight I am shameless because I hate everything. Anyway, how's your week going?
You know, it's going good. I've been helping supplement the front logs for all my channels.
That's good. Don't know what that
I'm
means, but that's
very
good.
close to basically to have videos upload, so I don't have to worry
Okay.
about doing that. I'm almost ready to release Checkpoint RP and the next MCO. I'm going to stream this with you and then Barb with the NA branch. And yeah, now she's just hugging me and kissing my forehead.
Why are you making that sound like it's a problem?
I mean, wait, what?
Why
Why do you feel? Why do you beg me for 20 minutes and then I give you what you want and then you feel bad? How does that work?
Maybe
How
I
does
should
that
have stayed at
work?
Maybe I should have stayed at work.
Then why didn't you just get the pizza in the first place?
Because then you had stuff out.
Should I have stayed at work, chat?
It's round 1, Shadow. Yes, you should have
Shadow?
stayed at work. Shadow is someone in my chat. He's asking a question.
Oh,
No,
that
you're
was funny.
I'm gonna buy you.
You already bought me. I'm literally in this house with you, indebted for what? 385 now? I'm the highest hooker you've ever bought. Okay, thank you. Awesome. Anyway, Delta appears to be setting up a minor ambush on the MSR coming into the AO. Technically, it's an SSR when you consider the size of the AO, but in the local area here, it's the MSR because it's a relative term. Otherwise, Blue 4 planning a massive push around the town of Cancon before they probably come into La Riviere from the east. But otherwise, Blue 4 definitely going for some sort of pincer maneuver here based off of how they divided their forces. It's La Riviere.
It must be love.
Yeah, say it in the mic. Go ahead.
Love, love.
Louder.
I can't do the French.
Just say it.
La Riviere.
Yeah, with your Greek accent.
No, it's. I'm
That's
trying
how
to
they
do
know.
French.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, so some countries, they do have that anti-gambling law stuff, which means you can't do channel predictions, which I think is the funniest thing ever, but, you know. It's not like there's any point. I mean, you have my card, you have my heart.
Just
My
break
balls
the
are
law.
blue.
Wait, what?
So, yes, you can.
A warm welcome, shall we?
What did he say?
What?
What?
Don't worry about it.
I want to get drunk tonight.
Then go get drunk.
Send in
You have everything. I mean, yeah,
Time
the house is in your name. You literally have everything. Boone, thanks so much for the 3-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. And I have to say it this way, otherwise people yell at me. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
I hope
the
you get
thing.
a nice kick out of this scenario.
It's
You're gonna have to give me a second to get my bearings.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So Bronson from Papega, I think they've already spotted Delta HQ up here. They're looking through the little window slits. I believe they're the recon force for the rest of the group coming up, which it appears most are coming up on foot. Buy it whenever, because my stomach is rumbling. So yeah,
My
go ahead.
tummy rumbly.
And now we're starting to see some shots out from Bronson. These are Papega Pirates under Blue 4 Bravo here. Looks like they didn't get the hits that they wanted, but they are making Delta freak out. We're seeing some smokes being thrown. I thought I just heard possibly a mine go off. Might have been Op 4 planting their own mines or something, because sometimes they do happen to step on their own. I do, see some blood around the BTR, BRDM, so they did indeed step on their own mine. How cute.
Nice.
Otherwise, Blue 4, we're seeing them separate into 3 different squad-sized elements here. Op 4 doesn't really have much on the defensive line. In fact, Op 4, we just heard something else go off that might have been a GL round from Blue 4 or an accidental grenade throw by Op 4. Either way the forces are divided here, it's going to really favor what Blue 4's strategy is going for, as long as they keep their forces concentrated in these 2 attack waves. Op 4 has really gone for a divide and conquer strategy, evenly distributing their forces north and south of the objectives, as well as specifically in the central objective, which does leave them open from just being overpowered from strong concentrated forces. Now, there are a lot of open areas around here to capitalize on. The southeast, for example, is ideal. Less for the fact that on the top of the hill, Blue 4 would have decent overwatch, as well as, Blue 4 does have the high ground going down, so that gives them a little bit of an advantage here. But otherwise, I mean, with Op 4, all these open areas around the town itself, I think a defensive perimeter capitalizing on these open areas with very minimal internal defenses would have been better, so they could at least find where Blue 4 was coming from and then folded forces that they wouldn't need on the defense in to the AO to hold or to reinforce an open area itself. With this, it really just leaves them open to any massive outflanking attacks that we might actually see Blue 4 capitalize on. One thing I am a little worried about, though, is you have Maz right here with 2 boats of X-Ray coming in. And Maz isn't going to let them come in here. And he is being supported by Rory, and Tackleberry is also probably about to get online. But as long as they mag dump the boat, they'll actually be able to pretty much knock it out. So you see these guys panically switching seats here. But we'll see how this goes. We did a quick touch-up on the sectors. All right, so one of them just went unconscious in the boat. Uh-oh. Looks like the boat got destroyed, so Sam is probably going to drown. The other two are now going to swim up to shore. Meanwhile, the other boat's made it and is going to start trying to flank. They're going to panically pop smoke grenades. Maz is going to come around, try to engage what we have here. But Brandon Rage, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So yeah, Blue 4 honestly has no idea where Op 4 is right now. Maz doing a great job of capitalizing on the confusion by using GL rounds, putting quite a few on top of Blue 4, but otherwise not landing any kills or knockouts here.
Ooh, Rory firing down at Kerry. Kerry has been caught out, but he managed to get his gun out. Is he going to be able to fire back in time?
Kerry is the marksman with a bolt action, so he's only able to get one round out. He did get a hit. We do see some blood, but looks like Sam woke back up. He's swimming to shore, and we see gunshots going on those two. Otherwise, Platoon HQ's come around with one of the BRDMs and is now suppressing downrange. Looks like Reaper's bled out. He's unconscious now. JY is a medic, but I don't think he'll be able to get back in time.
Yeah, also position AR, it's just...
So Blue 4 X-Ray in a lot of trouble here.
Back up and got immediately domed again.
Yeah, not surprised. I doubt he'll wake up again, but I think these Op 4 guys are going to be able to pretty much get rid of this Blue 4 group, and Blue 4 is not sending anything to reinforce. I would argue this is probably a feint for Op 4 to pull forces to the south, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Some stuff is mobilized in the south to help deal with X-Ray, and that's only going to weaken the open field overwatch around the town to allow Blue 4's main groups to then come in.
Corvac trying to push up the rock. Oh, Maz taking down another guy in this little group, but...
JY not being offensive. He's actually being fired at by Falcon, doing some far overwatch with a suppressed AK.
Oh, Lolo, he's been caught out. This has gone terribly for this little group here.
Again, I think it was meant to, because they're a feint group, because if you look at where the right pincer is going, there's now nothing between them and the sector, except for defenses directly in the sector itself. There is one guy, it's Banks, but what we might see here is this squad of Scandi Recon to the south might break off, take the church, and be a blocking position for all the Op 4 that are coming here to kill X-Ray, so that the other two squads can then come around and get to Sector 3. I think this is a really great macro strategy that Jib is pulling off, and that's also why you saw X-Ray take the two suppressed grease guns.
JY also just took out Maz because he pushed down on top of him, trying to get Lolo, probably. Kerry has officially died.
I mean, it's my bread and butter, though, so... I mean, if I stop doing it, that means I'm probably going to get employed somewhere else and not do the channel full time.
J-Ry just got picked off.
Yep, that was Wheaton firing at him from where Falcon and now Ash are. Now it's up to Lolo and Sam to make it up here to continue the distraction, because I don't think Blue 4 is exactly ready for this. Now, they do have forces coming around. That's the other pincer on the left side. Op 4 has set up defenses there, but this is a very interesting strategy we see going here. Banks is now taking fire from the Scandi Recon push. He took a little bit of damage from a GL, but otherwise, now it's a race to see how quickly Op 4 realizes that that was all a ploy to the south, and then where they're going to reposition their forces. Because Op 4 is really banking on the fact that all of their forces can hold these defensive lines. However, they've got one squad and their X-Ray team a little out of position here to take out Blue 4 X-Ray. So can the North hold against the left side pincer? Can the Southern group that's spanned out get to the church in time, break through it, and then hit the other squad that's coming down?
I think Falcon's bombing Lolo in the water.
Yeah, with grenades.
He is bleeding.
Yeah, so he's going to do a bandage underneath. Falcon, I think he's going to go for the boat and try to get on the sides and shoot at Lolo. But again, this is all serving as a really good distraction. I think I saw Banks go unconscious for a second. Yep, he's busy bandaging. He's a medic, though. Yep.
Falcon must think Lolo's dead.
So Banks just threw a blue smoke right on his position.
Oh.
And Stark saving Yanni from getting shot in the head there.
Is firing and nothing. Another grenade goes out.
More grenades going on to Lolo.
Oh, that second one was real close.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Falcon. He's doing the cheeky.
He's trying to look under the water to see him.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to see him most likely, nor would he be able to shoot him in that position. But yeah, look at the massive forces that have just been pulled away. So yeah, you're right. Lolo has just managed to keep everyone here occupied.
Yeah, but again, that's the entire point of this group.
And
so by
Sam to just also push ahead.
So Blue 4 took 2/3 of that force and put it on the church. I thought they were only going to stick with that 1/3. But they're leaving the entirety of Alpha, which is now just laying low. So I'm a little confused by Blue 4's strategy now, because I thought that distraction force would be there to force a lot of Op 4 to go for it, thus weakening the defenses so this Blue 4 group can sweep in. The only thing I can think of why Blue 4 is stalling is they're waiting for the other pincer to come out. But if anything, why not have one wave attack first before the other is ready, so you can draw additional forces from the north and then hit them with that other pincer and really just keep them pinned right on top of their sectors?
Well, I think if you attack at the same time, it can cause confusion among the ranks.
I agree,
in a
but
game like this, I also see what you mean. Pulling one
it
side
squanders
of the force away.
X-Ray's sacrifice then, because it gives Op 4 time to re-rally their forces and deploy them.
Well, not if they're attacking at the same time and the attack is fast. I think if you attack at the same time, two of your forces, you have to do it quickly. And if you're not using speed to your advantage, then you're then yeah, you will give the enemy ample time to rally. But I don't know, Blue 4 are really, really well placed.
See, my fear here is now you're seeing these guys come down to the coast. So are they actually going to try to just catch this Op 4 element in the open, take them out, and then move north? That could actually work. It's a little...
I think it would be a pretty good idea, because you take out a huge...
Ooh, Falcon got a grenade right on Lolo.
You take
Knocked him
out a
out.
huge chunk of forces that could be used as a backup.
Yeah, so you don't have to deal with them while you're attacking, so they could potentially flank you later, which shows that Blue 4 is going to really stretch out the clock for this round and focus on just killing everything you can. But
Recon along with Stark are the ones
and
pushing this objective, and
with Bayant, I believe. It's a pretty powerful roster, in my opinion.
Oh, did they put them on the same side again?
Yep.
Oh no.
So Charlie 1 is about to have a fire team run right into Scandia Recon elements under Delta 1 and Blue 4. And now you're hearing on the northern side some long-range fire between Papega and the defenders.
From the 1RW guys. And they've caught Nemesis out. Nemesis getting just... That tree, it saved him for not long enough.
Yeah, well, he's knocked out. He can still be brought back. One fear I have, though, is you have... Delta right on top of Papega that could come in and flank and do some pretty significant damage here. So I'll check that back in a second, but now we're going to start seeing these forces all attack. He got double tapped? Yes, he did.
Yep. Nade's going out. Some nades are not going as far as they'd like and actually hurting them.
And as Hawkeye, thanks for the 5 gift subs. If you got a sub from Hawkeye, make sure you thank him or her. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, all of you, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Nimia moving on a flank, but completely ignoring...
Ender just threw a grenade and it blew Yanni up. That was interesting. But yeah, now we have the other half of Delta now assaulting from the north as its isolated element. They're kind of lucky that Op 4 is deployed this way, otherwise they'd get overwhelmed.
Nimia's done a really interesting play here. She's decided to walk completely past all of the enemies that they saw in front of them And
Yeah, I think she heard the car and she's a little confused on where the hostile elements are, but now she's starting to fire down at Jack, but can't seem to land the angle here.
Oh, Yarny, no. What think he did there? Oh yeah, Yarny did get a kill there.
The one of the HMG Land Rovers was taken out by that Delta HQ element, and you see all of Pepega now turned around trying to engage. Nope, they were. Now they're pulling back. They're leaving roster here to clean up these Op4 guys as they move in. Classic Pepega strategy of just mobilizing, continuing on the task, but leaving whoever's close by to actually deal with the threat so their plans can continue, trusting that the individual players on their side can get the job done regardless of the enemy force, and it works a lot more than you'd think.
No offense to Roster. He actually, to be fair, I have seen him do a lot of big things,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Roster wouldn't be the one I'd leave.
Well, he was the one there, and I think he actually just got killed off, unfortunately.
Yeah, vagrant. That's why I sort of stopped.
But if anything, they're just to stall that Op4 force so they can continue to push into the objective itself, which, you know, this smoke charge is crazy. And I find it funny that we have only one, like half, a little under half of Blue 4 doing this suicidal charge. It's showing off Pepega's aggression, but again, I'm seeing all these isolated forces coming into the AO on their own. We still have Alpha HQ on reserve as well. What is Blue 4 thinking? Because at this rate, even though Op4 is spread thin by only sending small groups into the AO at a time, they're just going to defeat themselves in detail. And I find myself saying that every freaking week. And almost always, it just blows up in the attacker's face or whoever's doing the getting defeated in detail just because of a mismanagement of their forces. And him getting a great headshot. What?
Can you ever look at Blarm and just look where your camera points to?
What?
Blarm's on, for me, is miles, like kilometers outside of the map.
I don't see anyone outside the field of play.
No, he's dead.
Okay, you need to give me a group then. Blue 4, Op 4, Delta 1, Charlie 2.
Blue 4 HQ, Red 4. It just seems like he died.
Blue 4
away.
HQ, Red 4. That makes no sense.
Oh, Bravo. You can put it. Bravo.
Bravo HQ, Red 4. Blam is, yeah, he somehow got launched. Interesting. All right.
The Space Force. The Cold War Space Force.
So Blue 4 is really relying. I've also noticed they're sending the elite troops first. So they sent Pepega to the north, they sent Scandi on the south, and now we're starting to see Alpha come in on the northern side. And we still have one squad of forces on reserve, I guess, to set up as an overwatch and blocking position on Delta HQ, which is down to 3 troops now. But based off of losses here, I mean, Op 4 have taken a decent chunk, but Blue 4 have certainly taken more. Really relying on that number advantage. So I'm a little worried that Op 4 might actually be able to hold out against all these really strong players on Blue 4. Excuse me. And then we have Sam on the coast, just with some Op 4 guys around. Blue 4, I mean, they succeeded in their fight, but they took heavy casualties. To the point, I'm not even sure if it was worth it, but about a squad V or a fire team V fire team size element, which for FNF can be up to, like, you know, 7 or 8 people. And yes, Lolo, you did, or excuse me, Falcon, you did blow up and kill Lolo with grenades underwater. We did see that happen. But I'm just really concerned why Charlie is still in reserve up there with command and a platoon HQ lead. So I could see Delta 2 coming down. Looks like explosive traps were triggered a little too early there out of panic, but that shows that Op 4 knows they're up here. They're going to be reinforced by those 3 additional units. I could see them taking the southern group, maybe getting through this line of dudes as well. It's going to be really dependent on how quick we see Scandi Recon do their maneuvering. This squad could come in, then start hitting this area, and then catching these units out in the open, potentially as they pull back, and then this reserve force come in. Still doesn't look good for Op4 per se, but... No, we got Blue 4 folding back onto the coast. A lot of... This doesn't really feel like it's a fully coordinated strategy by Blue 4. It just feels like individual squads are going in at their own pace, not really supporting each other. And if there's any support, it feels like it's just out of pure chance. So we have Steve now pushing up, being aggressive here, trying to catch some of these guys out of the open, but the brush is a little too thick. We see some shots going down here. I don't see anyone specifically.
Sorry, I had to do a shot.
I think they're just shooting at ghosts. Though I am interested to see Sam sneaking in here. I think he's one of the two suppressed shooters.
He actually managed to make it back to land.
Yeah, and now he's going back in the water, and he's going to try to sneak into the objectives. Hey, with that suppressed M3A1, he might be able to do something, because Sector 1 only has a single defender in it. Papega still slowly breaching. Op4's reset their defensive line. I find this interesting how they made this massive defensive line overwatching this objective. I mean, why? Like, out of the two areas that Blue 4 would be expected to come in, this feels like it's going to be more advantageous for Blue 4 to have. This looks like they were defending against what would have been a naval invasion, but why? You know? Like, that line of fortification just confuses me.
Have you not
still round
learned
one.
to stop asking why in FNF?
No, apparently I have not. Okay, so at this rate, the southern attack is going to fail. This might give room for Op4 to then redeploy to stop Alpha HQ. We do have Blue 4 getting right on top, but I think the defenders are just too great here. Unless we really see them bumble to CQC.
Rip Spiky.
You got the 3 Blue 4 guys in the other team still south. Most of Op4 is folded up.
Oh, RPG
AT going
out.
up. Again, it's only going to be AT rounds, no HE.
No, there are no HE in this game.
Yep, it's just 2 AT rounds per player for the AT gunner and his assistant. So 4 total per fire team, but...
How'd you have Emsikov here behind Papega Pirates?
And now we have the entire reserve squad heading north to... Why? It's showing that Blue 4... So Blue 4's focus right now is to really try to pin down and eliminate any forces on the outside, but you don't want to be doing that while you're committing a majority of your force to the objective itself, because you're just breaking your units apart. If you had all your Blue 4 elements encircling the city and engaging at range, that would then be the time to take forces off of that encirclement and then push them to hit units, but... Instead, that's a tripwire flare going off, interestingly enough. But instead, we're just having units really breaking off and doing their own thing. And I think Op4 might be able to capitalize on that. I think Kevin just got shot. He was an Op4 guy and taken out by the Fox group. I think he was actually in here. Yep, he was on that rooftop. And Op4 is now doing a great counterattack on the other half of Delta. And they are really getting some kills here. Because they have that room to maneuver, because they had the number advantage to do so. Leaving half of them in the base, the other half going into this counter. And they're doing really well. Catch trying to turn around. I think he got a kill right there. Grenade landed right on top of him. The bush didn't save him because it was concealment. Now it's just up to Dobbs to hold. Looks like the remaining 3 players for SR pushed up. And most of them have been taken out. It's just up to Iander, so they're going to be out of play. But again, this really does feel like all the squad just decided on their individual plan. I think Blue 4 was going for some sort of encirclement strategy, but it's not really paying out for them. Now we're seeing explosives being utilized in this compound. Not sure if that was a misplay by Op4 or it was Dobbs throwing satchels. It could have been Dobbs throwing a satchel there. He is heavily wounded and he's only got 1 bandage on, so I think he ran out, took fire, threw the satchel, and then came back. And we have Sam slowly coming up with that grease gun. I want to see what he does. And then we got Tackleberry over here with that Mosin. And he's occasionally taking shots up on the north. But at this rate, I think Op4 is going to be able to hold. So I'm being told by Yanni that the Blue Forest Colt carbine spawned with no ammo, so everyone had to use semi-auto only fouls. Gotta work your clicking finger. Alright, Emzakov alone, he's gonna be breached by Lintz and Ant. We have another explosive going off. I think that was a failed explosive trap by Op4 there. Sam getting right on top of the Op4 sniper and taking him out. Emzakov, meanwhile, gets in a trade with Lintz. He goes down, but Lintz can still be bandaged back up. And Ant happens to be a medic, so I doubt Lintz is going to be killed off in that exchange. But Op4 sniper taken out. All right, so Op4 had a really weird defensive strategy that didn't really capitalize on the open areas around the AO. Instead falling for what was I thought was a feint, but in all honesty, based off of Blue 4's attack plan, could be just... that's where they decided to send them. Blue 4 then went for a really weird, every squad kind of maneuvered into the AO on its own, stretching them out. And the only reason it's working is because Op4 was also stretched out in a really weird setup. So at this point, it's just going to come down to the PvP because the tactics on both sides are really messed up.
Okay.
Arcane, I know, is with Bravo HQ. He has died. Unfortunately, he was the gunner in a HMG Land Cruiser, which got sniped earlier in the round. Sorry to say, Tank Slayer, but we'll see him again in round 2. And now, Iqbal on Blue 4 is firing down at Sam because of a missed PID here. But looks like Sam has both guns. He's switching back out from his Mosin to
you seen Iander?
The other one. And yes, Iander, he was with 2 other Blue 4 guys, but they got picked off by Janison. And now Iander's running around trying to figure this out. It looks like Saddam has gotten psyapped by a CIA rock. And unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get out of there anytime soon.
No.
Yeah, I think if Blue 4, even though they have that one squad all the way out there, I love how this Delta HQ has completely circumvented that Blue 4 force, went to their staging point, and is now checking out their vehicles. Now they're taking fire, but I think even after this... fight happens, I don't think Blue 4 is going to win this specific skirmish. It's going to be really close. I think Op4 is going to be able to have a few guys left over, but then you're going to see this last Blue 4 group come in and just overpower the remaining defenders. AT went out on one of the BRDMs. It got hit. Audrey, how do I am too? I've just, as Dream said earlier, sometimes the tactics in FNF aren't really understandable.
Thank you, Liru, for putting me in contact with Devourer. We have been discussing my event. I'm running in Easter, and we have come up with many a plan.
That's good. Happy to help. All right, Shy suppressing down the street here, even though it's smoke. That's going to stop Blue 4 from maneuvering in. Sam is going to try to solo a 7-man objective with his grease gun. Oh, I want to see this. I mean, if he could get through the barbed wire and then into the internal perimeter, he's trying to jump over it. I think he could get behind some of these Op4 guys and really screw with them. Otherwise, Green Thumb down here trying to throw some grenades out, looking out. Over here, we've got King still alive, but honestly, everyone else from Bravo HQ is dead, aside for Ant, who's probably still up here working on Lintz.
Olaf just slammed someone.
Olaf, a good player. He's bounced around quite a few different communities. Sam spotted and is shot at by Ottovisky. Sam, if I were you, I would probably fold in and do a different angle here. I think Bert just saw him as Sam now runs around, and Sam gets taken out by Bert as he went prone. Now you got some Blue 4 guys firing at some Op 4 guys in the open by one of those sectors. That would be Sector 2. But again, I don't think Blue 4 is going to win this specific fight. Kane might be able to clean up Sector 1 and take that, but we need to see the remaining reserve forces in Charlie push in. It's just, can Blue 4 kill enough of Op 4 so that Op 4 is whittled down enough for that remaining squad to sweep in? Can Kane solo this one objective and then push in because, well, there's a reason he's called the Kane.
Kong.
And there's Sector 1 because he was able to knock out Zymil. So he is now going to jump down and probably proceed to the neighboring sectors here, which is going to turn into some really nitty-gritty building breaching. Kane, I believe, now taking fire as he tries to run off by guns and drums. Blue 4, meanwhile, they've got a small garrison. They're trying to pick off more Op 4 in the open, but Op 4 are going to continue to just hold that sector. And now you got Iander running off. I don't see that other Op 4 guy, because he ran all the way up here. So he'll fold in. Every player counts at this point, but numbers-wise, I think Blue 4 has this. But if Op 4 can continue to really hold the CQC here, I think they might still have a chance. There's also 16 minutes left, so if Blue 4 is really slow to maneuver that group in, it might just be enough time.
Oh, I've actually just seen what you realize. Like, this has happened so many times, especially like when we've casted.
Oh.
They pull a fucking this Charlie force, or just a force miles away, and then only bring them in when things seem to start going wrong.
Yeah.
Like way towards the end.
Yeah.
And then they'll get in there once Blue 4 have just been completely slaughtered, and then they'll all die.
One thing I forgot to tell you, Bohemia updated Arma on Wednesday, and we can now see kill counts again. So Olaf had 4 kills before he died.
Finally!
Lucas on 2 kills, throwing a grenade out there.
Numbers, more than 1.
Shy double tapping Olaf's body, but yeah, all the Blue 4 guys that breached in there got taken out. Kane, I don't see him anymore. I think he went down. Yeah, he also tried breaching and was taken out. He was on 6 kills, by the way.
Yeah.
Timek on 2 next to him. But now we can track individual kill counts again in the round. Blue 4, again, being really hesitant to push in. Yeah, they've taken Sector 1 because Kane was able to knock Zymil out. He woke back up, though. But at this rate, if Op 4 just holds their buildings, and Blue 4 is starting to push in now, it's going to take him at least another 5 minutes to get in the town, though. It's going to be a really wild 10 minutes. I think Blue 4 is going to be stalled, trying to take Sector 3. They will eventually overpower it, but I think Sector 2 is going to be the tough one. Op 4 is really banking around with individual players. However, I'm seeing some of those individual players starting to come back into town. I think that's the wrong call. But look at Ottovisky here, trying to catch some guys in the open street. He's on no kills, though. You got Steven trying to fire up with a Sterling SMG. Doing a great job of suppressing him, but let's see if Ottovisky and Ace can come around and try to shoot some of these Blue 4 guys in the back and stall the attack. Vax getting a great kill. We saw him kick a lot of ass in OFCRA yesterday. Let's see if he'll keep it up in FNF. I'd consider he was the MVP on Blue 4, getting quite a few kills. $30K trying to fire blindly to take out Ottovisky. I'm going to be honest, I don't know which side I really want to root for right now, because both had really bad tactics.
What are Charlie shooting at? They're shooting at nothing.
Okay, so that's only going to slow them down even more.
Love it.
Which, again, they'd be able to make it and still overpower this AO. But, I mean, look at Delta. Delta literally for Op 4 ran all the way around the map and are finally starting to fold back in, but they're going to make it in first before Charlie. And Charlie's shooting at Ghost is only going to freak him out and slow them down even more. So, honestly, because Blue 4 came in here piecemeal, I think Op4's chances of winning are slowly increasing with every passing minute. You still have that Blue 4 garrison on this building. They're just not wanting to push. And once they start pushing, they don't commit everything they have. And it's just been what we've been seeing all day, honestly, in this round. I love this, the statue they used, literally a port from Cold War Assault. You can tell because of how the guns look. In terms of the statue, it's literally just a stick.
Yeah, and look
like the
at
deliberate
the flags.
cuts.
The best part of this entire map. The best part of this entire map.
You got Iander in a 1v2 right now, doing his best to suppress. Ace got hit. They're trying to throw grenades, but they're going way too far. And K folds in and is able to take Iander out. Now, the difference of the battle rifles between both groups, you got the British with the single-shot 20-round 7.62 by 39, Op4 with that 30-round 5.45 AK-74, which they can put on full auto. So, in my opinion, Blue 4, they have the slightly bigger round, which does a bit more damage than a 5.45. Oh, it's by 51? Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, by 39. My bad. 39 would be a Russian caliber. But yeah, no, 51 is, yeah, the bigger round, but thank you for correcting me on that. Op4, they went with the 5.45. I'm gonna be honest, if you can't land that third shot, then it's tough. But yeah, Falcon's exactly right. 5.45 does indeed slap in CQC, and since you can put it on full auto, I mean, your fire rate's gonna be much quicker than what the British have, and that's exactly what you need in a defensive situation. But look at the remaining Blue 4 guys in the AO. Now you're starting to see Charlie creep in, covering an HMG car, which is just going to be a prime target for someone with a fully auto rifle. I think we're going to see Vagrant and Steel up here give him a really nasty black eye. But at this rate, looking at the remaining players in the AO, I think Op4 has this because of Blue 4's inability to coordinate their attacks. Just to let you see, since you asked, they've got FNFALs acting as their L1A1s. Vagrant trying to put some shots on Rysela there before he folds in. Rysela now getting on the window, trying to shoot at them both, but now Vagrant's going to be aggressive here. Grenades going out on Steel. Vagrant suppressing the door to keep them from moving in. However, he's going to be a little too aggressive. But the guy that was about to take him out gets taken out by someone. I think that was Guns and Drums down there overwatching. He does have a kill. Smoke grenades now going out.
This is nothing like the British.
As these guys are going incredibly aggressive here, now firing through the door. Vagrant now going to breach. Kessing Firehawk as he runs back. But instead opts to throw a grenade. Doing more damage, but not necessarily killing them. Vagrant, unfortunately, goes a little too far over the corner just for Baki then to get a nice headshot. But it doesn't kill. Now we still have Crolio. Crolio just died to a grenade. Never mind. We don't have Crolio. Crolio is dead. Vagrant getting double tapped by Baki. Steel still over here. A lot of smokes being deployed. Less than 8 minutes remaining. I think these guys are just going to be picked off here. We still have these two Blue 4 guys. Now they're starting to fold away from this one building, but my God. I think this is going to be an Op4 victory because these Blue 4 guys are playing this too cautious. And I mean, for 8 minutes at their speed, I don't see them taking both sectors. Now, we could see these two Blue 4 guys fold in and take out a few of these defensive areas, but there's too many Op4 around, in my opinion. Nader's now going in for a solo run. He, however, gets outflanked and taken out by Rai. Steel now pushing in. Now, here's the thing. Op4, they're individually trickling their players up. They are taking heavy casualties, not getting a lot of Blue 4 guys, but they're stalling them. Which, at this point, with 7 minutes remaining, if you stall, especially against the cautious group, that's all you need to get. Rai getting another great kill, though. 2 of his kills right there in the past few minutes have been exceptional, but now we need to see this Blue 4 group move in quickly, and I don't think they have the speed to do it. Between clearing Sector 3 and then getting Sector 2 with 1 defender even, I don't see it. I do agree, this has been an interesting circus. Blue 4 had the advantage, they had the placement, they had the forces, and then every squad just went off on their own, and it's...
They should have held hands.
Yeah. Falcon's not banned from FNF, he's banned from OSCRA.
He's banned from FNF for being too Falcon.
You were going to say too good, and I was going to laugh at you.
I wasn't going to say good, I was going to say bird, but that wouldn't have made... Neither of them really made sense. Damn, he's dead.
Yep, so there's the 2-man Blue 4 group coming in. They're taken out by Vexen.
Blood there is.
Vexen now on 4 kills. But that's going to be it.
Rat has just been down for months. Poor Rat.
Nah, Korvac, I don't think Blue 4 is going to win. Again, they had the opportunity. The X-Ray sacrifice... So here's what should have happened. You should have seen that one group stay up at the church, and then them pushing in by all means. But the group up here should have also folded in at the same time that group was going in. You were seeing Scandy push Sector 2, and then this group come in. The Charlie 2 group should have moved down with Pepega, because let's be honest, if they had Charlie with Pepega breaching in, there were only a few guys left here. If you had this one squad push into this sector beforehand to soften it up, I think you would have seen a breakthrough, and then this group would have then diverted and then head to this objective, rallied with Iander, who would have stayed alive, and probably taken that group, or at least made it super close. Meanwhile, then you would have had everything happen with that one sector, and they would have been able to execute it. But because Charlie stayed in reserve for so damn long, because Alpha stayed in reserve till the other groups had gotten engaged, it allowed for Op4, who had a really poor defensive strategy, to actually repel the attacks as they individually came in. And that's why Op4 won this.
How long was Falcon banned from...
I think he's banned for 1 more week, and then whether or not he goes back is up to him.
Did they respond to the thing you told him to do? Like, remember you said him to send a message of like a shirt that just said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, no, Falcon did send them that shirt. I'm not sure if he ever sent me the response, though. So Blue 4, we are seeing them pick people off, but 4 minutes remaining, there's no way. There's too much in the way. I mean, granted, these guys, I mean, I've been seeing them rack up kills pretty well. They've been supporting each other. They've been moving rather quickly once they're in the town. I mean, they did that maneuver all the way down here in 2 minutes. That's not bad. That's not bad. But all of that running around back there is what screwed them.
Falcon, when you get kills, do you go caw? Because Falcon. I don't know.
Ooh, now they're getting grenaded. We got 2 knockouts. That's it. I do like Firehawk on his own here. He catches Oddball position, takes him out. But real quick, I'm gonna compare kill counts here. So we've got, I'm gonna bundle Scandy with the entirety of Delta 2. So Whiplash, none. Nim 3, Pertin 2. So that's 5 with Stark, 7, 8 with Yanni, 9 with Nafs, 10 with Cats. And that's it. So 10 for Scandy there. Meanwhile, Pepega under Bravo. 6 for King. 2 for Flux for 8. 1 for Guy Fury for 9. And 2 for Ant. And 1 for Roster. So 12 to 10. So both of those squads racking up 22 kills. I mean, again, that's why they're the elite troops. But it just... sending them individually like that is not really how you win these rounds, and it's showing. But this is a great example of how even if your opponent has a really bad strategy, Firehawk with the 2nd kill, If you make an even worse strategy, regardless of if you have some of the best players in Friday Night Fights, you will still lose.
I want to know what your split was. Your channel point split. Tell me.
I can't see it from this window, but if someone wants to tell me, I would appreciate that.
Dawn!
Yep, so it's just Firehawk here.
Dawn! Do your job, Dawn. I'm kidding, I love you, Dawn. No,
it was 47 to Blue 4, 53 for Op 4, in Op 4's favor. See,
wow.
That shows me that people have lost confidence in Scandi Recon and Papega being on the same group, which makes sense because we've seen a lot of rounds where they still get bumbled. Granted, though, it's also because they're usually sent first ahead of everyone else, and you can't do that in a macro PvP event. Squad v squad like Titans, where we saw those two like take it to the top and just go at it in a really great finale, by all means. But with FNF, especially when we have bigger lobbies of 90+ players where there's at least, 40 or 50 players on either side, you have to use your macro, and there goes Firehawk getting killed by Zymil. And there you go. It's an Op 4 victory with literally less than a minute left on the clock. But not just a great example again of just whoever has the worst strategy loses. So at the very least, Op 4, with their plan, were able to at least re-coordinate their forces, which, granted, it's not that hard as the defender to do that, because you just follow the gunfire, and if it's closer to where you need to defend, you go to that position instead of places out and about. They did try to have one squad stall the other pincer, which they succeeded because Blue 4 literally decided to follow them all around the outskirts of the map with a full squad. So, having one team distract an entire squad, which is slightly more than double your size, because it's two teams and the command element for that squad, great trade-off, and that's, I guess, one of the main reasons Op 4 won, because by delaying that entire squad, they were able to then individually engage the other squads that came in at every other conceivable angle. Still can't believe we saw that, though. That was a really weird round. Chongo Angola. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and add to the multi real quick because, of course, some people sent me their stuff last second. And then change my music up. Now, if we're going to be doing Angola, let me just do this, because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. All right, now I have to upgrade, or excuse me, update the multi on the FNF Discord, because I maintain that every week. All right, that's done with. We have the ads running, because that's my intermission. And we're going to have round 2 written up. Alright, gonna go to voice acty while I make this transition here. So this is round 2 for the EU branch. Again, NA will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, which is in about 3.5 hours. But, oh, it's a round change.
What's a round change?
It's a different map. It's now on
Spaghetti.
Okay. Do you want me to explain how that was horribly wrong, or?
You see, no.
Okay.
I am never wrong.
Okay. Alright, so this is round 2. I've never seen this map before, so this will be fresh to me. But it is a rush attack, which means the objectives have to be done in a specific order. So green 4.
Spaghetti. You know how many drinks I've done? I can't remember. I think it's I think it's 6 Jaeger bombs.
I see. Alright, which means they have to be taken in order. Blue 4 has...
Oh, so I messaged Bloodwing about the maid picture because it was cool, and she supports me doing a maid cosplay. So if anyone wants to send me a maid costume, I'll do it.
Two M240 Humvees. Well, that would be between you and her then.
Maid costume.
Well, green 4 has a 10% advantage. Okay. Buses. A PKP Techie and a DSHK Techie. It's gonna be a transport war. But yeah, they have battle buses. So I'm gonna be really curious to see if they've added anything fun to the battle buses. Ah, Spaghetti, the best Arma 3 map. Yes, according to Dream, this is Spaghetti. I'm new. Is this another game or separate game? So the game itself is Arma 3. Arma 3, you can have a lot of different game modes in it because it's a sandbox. But between what we do for this stream, there's 3 rounds of PvP, and this is the second round. So every time there's a new round, they usually change the map, and the roster, the weaponry, and the player base gets reshuffled. That would be the best way I can explain it. But if you have any follow-up questions, Aussie, let me know. I will be more than happy to answer them. So I don't know if they're going to be battle buses specifically. They only have it listed as buses. They might have some special stuff on it. They might not. But again, that's up to the mission maker, which appears to have been Mr. Despacito. Oh, that's why you said Spaghetti Dream, because it's Operation Spaghetti. You little goober.
That is not why I said spaghetti, if I'm perfectly honest, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. Well, I was trying to give you some saving face, but okay.
Alcohol.
Dream is apparently incredibly drunk. Hi, Boo.
I'm not drunk!
Dream is apparently, like, wasted. So, Dream, make sure you have a glass of water. Okay?
I'm having another Jaeger bomb.
Yes, Aussie, it's round 2.
Does that count?
No, it does not, Dream.
But they're tasty.
And it looks like they are slotting now.
Hi, Bloodwing.
Here, Boo, when you're done, why don't you come up to chat and tell them how many mozzarella sticks you got?
Hi, Bloodwing.
Did you just say Blubwing?
Hi.
Dream, ease up on the booze, buddy. We're only in round 2. At the beginning of round 2. Which means you pre-gamed.
Like, pre-game was 6 hours at work.
Ah, dear, oh dear. Drinking on the job again. He did come straight from work. He pre-gamed at work. Chat wants to know how your mozzarella sticks are.
I'm about to eat them.
Yes, I know.
Oh, Yasu. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Dream.
Hi.
Drink some water, Dream.
Oh, but it's all the way
Maybe you'll get a maid outfit
downstairs.
too, Dream.
Oh, I see. So you've been letting your chat decide how many times you drink, Dream. That's very dangerous.
They're giving me money for it, so at the end of the day,
I see. Okay.
I am being paid.
I should do something like that one day then. What?
How many more shots?
But I get paid
got to
for
do?
it. Okay. Bloodwing says I can't. So I'm going to do it even harder now. Anyway, the rounds are, excuse me, it's 3 rounds per branch. There's 2 branches every week. The European and North American. We're in the North American branch right now. No, we're in the European branch right now. North American branch will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in 3.5 hours, roughly.
I didn't get to hear how Bloodwing's sticks were.
How her sticks were. She says she's enjoying them.
Woo! Ah, the lid!
Bror, I think you'll take great pleasure in making a turtle drunk. For those of you who don't know, Bror thinks I'm a turtle, and he has absolutely no proof.
He is a turtle! I've seen him. I've seen his shell.
You haven't seen the shell, but anyway.
I've seen the shell? That means it exists.
No. What round is it? It is round 2. There was a little bit of a toss-up with the... whatchamacallit. They changed the mission file to a different one, so delayed slotting a little bit, but we'll see how things go. Hey, Boo. Can you pass me a Moz stick? Thank you. No turtle power.
Pass me a Moz stick?
Dream, I don't think it would be good by the time it got to you.
I want it.
No.
Please?
Stop sending pictures without your shell to Dream? Okay,
Oh no, I've seen the shell.
that's very weird on very many levels.
Yeah, send me the shell.
See, Flag's admitting that he's a
Dream the
turtle.
shell. Send Dream the shell. Send Dream the shell.
Dream, what are you chanting for? What, Boo? What do I have to do?
You gotta tell me you're a good boy.
I'm a good boy.
I am a good boy.
Oh, I don't want it with ranch.
Am I a good boy? Well, Dad, you didn't raise a winner either.
Are you talking to your dad now?
But you know what, Dad? You did raise someone who can make money.
Good boy.
I'm a good boy. Give me the damn Moz stick.
So you know what, Dad? You're not wrong. I'm not an alcoholic.
What happened? Why did you not bite down?
Liru never does bite down on things that are, like, stick-shaped. He's worried he could hurt someone.
I appreciate you doing that.
Yo, someone in my chat made a really good point. Don't touch water because fish fuck in it.
That's not...
That fussy swimming around in there. You need to stay away from the sea because, yeah, that's kind of weird, bro. Like, am I not wrong? That is kind of weird.
Anyway.
Even the goat agrees.
If you ever want to see FNF's main Discord, just type !FNF.
And then
that command should be at the title. And, yeah, that'll get you access.
At SL Dream and call me cute.
Dream, are you sure you're good to stream right now?
I am perfectly fine. I've never been better.
Okay, how many fingers am I holding up?
7.
Okay, how did you know if you aren't with me physically?
I am.
Okay, I think you need to go to bed, buddy.
Nope. No bedtime for me.
Aussie, so anyone can jump in to play FNF as an individual player. You get funneled into a group called Centaur, which is just their designation for individual players. Communities can reserve slots beforehand, but, I mean, it's an 124-player max event, which, yeah, we're actually at cap today, so. You might want to stick around for round 3, because usually by then we have slots open up, but on days like these where we do have a full capacity, it's a little competitive to get in. So usually arriving, well, not even arriving early helps you because it's first come, first serve if they have slots open for Centaurs, whoever can get in first. All right, I'm gonna start going down the roster here. 30K on blue 4, Nick on blue 4, 1RCCK and Leprechaun on green 4, Stark on blue 4, Arcane on green 4, Despo blue 4, Steve on green 4, Red Fox, all the Fox members are on green 4, MUR on blue 4, Anton blue 4, Ash on green 4, Azariah, so Scandia Recon would be on blue 4, Bar on blue 4, there we go. 1RW on green 4, G-Legs blue 4, Gimboju green 4, Green Thumb blue 4, Mattifine green 4, Gun and Drums green 4, Guy Fieri, so Papega on blue 4, so they're putting Scandy and Papega again on blue 4. So let's see, I'm gonna look at the commanders this time, because if I see a name I recognize, then I'll know that they're supposed to be together. Sorry, that made no sense what I just said. Basically, by analyzing who's on what side for command, I can figure things out, and hopefully we won't have a dog shit plan like last time.
I can speak English better than you right now. Yay, no maps.
Oh, yeah, they took away our maps again. Oh, well.
They confiscated them because we were bad.
Don, if you want, you can put the prediction up right now. If Don doesn't put it up in a minute, I will put it up myself. Is Don even there? Don might not even be there.
Don! That should get him.
Please don't do that again.
Oh. Okay. Shall we?
It should be 3 sectors, but we'll find out. Usually we'll know when we see the map screen, but for whatever reason, since last week, we've been not having access to our maps sometimes.
It took my map.
Alright, you know what? We can use this unique time to look at some amazing symbols that everyone has decided to put up on their units here. So, I see Weeb shit, I see Chad shit, I see Shrimp, I see Papeg. It's one of our double... No, it's Wolverines, which is where Whiplash is from. There we go. Once again,
oh my God,
everyone is naked. Alright, so this map is... Wow.
Oh, this is...
20 by 20.
It looks like a food. I can't put my finger... Looks tasty. The map looks tasty.
Otherwise, the AOs are going to be... Wow. Rather
Jesus
large for these specific
Christ.
terminals. So it's a terminal defense, not a sector rush. Okay. They never specify in that. But if you want, can you read the brief? So I can quickly go fix that in my command.
Yeah. What voice? I will try my best to not make it bad. Oh, it's a big one. All right.
2006. Following massive chaos in the region of Diaz Nads. Due to the rise of religious extremists, the US promised to provide military aid in order to ensure peace and stability in the region. After the arrival of US troops, religious leaders from all extremist groups in the region formed a coalition uniting and now posing a greater threat to peace. While the US government was busy deciding how to handle this quickly developing situation, the newly formed coalition decided to make their first official move. They sent a large force in order to capture or destroy any US facility in Diaz Nads before any US reinforcements can arrive in the region. Area of operations: Desert, Mountains and urban areas along with some green spots near the river. Note. Fun fact, do you know that religious extremists believe in God called the Flying Spaghetti Monster? I believe in that now. Another fun fact, their religion was originally founded just a year prior and quickly spread through the region. And one more. Although their religion strictly forbids violence, many warlords have used this new religion in order to lead people astray further away from the Flying Spaghetti Monster and into their own hands, so they can use them to gain wealth and power. Mission rules. For independent, only X-Ray can use additional spawns, the small circular ones.
All right, game mode is rush for terminals, so 3 hacks. Terminals need to be hacked. Hack time's going to be 90 seconds. If the defenders are able to interrupt the hack, the timer resets instead of pauses. That's one of the other major differences between rush and the standard game mode. Otherwise, looks like default settings for everything here. About a click for a default render distance, no NVGs or magnified optics, default build points, which is 125. Green 4 are going to be getting 1 HE round per person, which means per fire team, they get 2 HE rounds for the AT gunner and the AT assistant as well, which is quite interesting. Otherwise, going over on Blue 4, again, we're seeing the new loadouts here with the ability to basically see everything they have on their kits, which I think is quite nice. So you've got everything broken down right there. Loadouts, it's going to be a mix of Mark 17 Scars with Mark 18s. The 249, 240 Bravo going to be in play. M136s, basically AT4s for the light anti-tank. A slight upgrade from what we normally see M72s with Blue 4 groups here. Otherwise, the 2010 is going to be given to the sniper, and the suppressed shooters get a choice of the Mark 14 or SOCOM 16, both 20-round 7.62x51 battle rifles, and then the MP7 or the Mark 18 given to crew and aviation. Nothing custom for the CSW, but otherwise Blue 4 gets a UH-60 with 2 side door guns with a little under 2,500 rounds per gun. They also get a generic helicopter? I think that's just the UH-60 glitching out and being listed twice, because I don't think they have more than a single helicopter asset, but that is quite interesting nonetheless. Going back to the roster there, 2 M1220s, which are MRAPs, they appear to be unarmed, 2 transport Humvees as well, again being unarmed, 2 M2 Humvees, and 2 up-armored M240 Humvees. Otherwise, going over to Op 4 here, let's go ahead, Green 4. I'm going to be butchering that a lot. You also see a lot of these smaller positions that's only for X-Ray to teleport to, but they have quite an interesting choice. Green 4 all the way down here. Buses don't have anything custom on them, so they're just transport buses, unfortunately. Ooh. But Green 4 specifically are going to... Oh my god.
What?
Well, I didn't know that I needed it that big of a text, but... Dang.
What?
That's, it's gonna be 2010 Tribal Militia.
Whoa.
Otherwise, we've got the pictures right here. So basically just generic insurgents here. Loadout is going to, I think you just saw it. Loadout's going to be a mix of AKSs and AKMs, RPK-74s and PKPs for the machine guns, RPG-26s for the light anti-tank. T5000 is going to be given to the sniper with AKS or an AS valve for the 2 suppressed shooters. In this terrain, I'm gonna be honest, I think the AKS is still a superior choice because of how open some areas are gonna be, but again, that's just my personal preference there. Otherwise, going back to the roster here to check out everything else, and the PB2000 and AKS for the remaining loadout units. Otherwise, we have 2 buses, which I think are just listed as different assets because they're different types of buses, because it says 1x right there. 2 Land Cruisers, a Lada car, a Volga Gaz-24, a VW Golf, an Octavia, which is a really modern vehicle to see, interesting enough. A tractor, but there's unfortunately no tanks to be towed. A Dishka Hilux PKP transports car, and 3 off-roads. But yeah, no, we see 1 bus listed right here, but there's clearly 2 right there that are going to be in play. I love how that's written off in stones. I can't tell if that's part of the map or just something written in blocks of some sort. But regardless, going over on the roster, I'm going to quickly just compare. We got Kiri commanding on Blue 4 Platoon HQ. And on Green 4, we've got DJ Vin. So 2 seasoned commanders. I'd expect them to do something, at least somewhat of a strategy here. So Blue 4 in itself, they've got 3 different terminals across multiple kilometers of terrain, but they are immediately along an MSR, which allows for easier transport. But that also means Blue 4 could have some pretty easy ambush setups here. Driving off-road, it gets really hilly or even, you know, mountainous if they go far enough. But the terminal sites themselves, Terminal 1 appears to be a military base in a stadium. Terminal 2 appears to be another little military base in between 2 large ridges, so down in a valley here. And then Terminal 3 appears to be just a massive military base on a bit of a plateau with some mountains on the side. But Dream, what are your thoughts?
Oh, hi. Sorry, I have somewhat sobered up in the last 5 minutes, so
Okay.
I'm back to somewhat normal, which is nice. I don't know. I like the map. The spacing between the objectives is interesting, and I won't lie, it is quite noble that they've actually decided to put all 3 of them being defended. So, you know, Terminal 1 isn't bad, but I think it's worse for defenders and better for attackers. Only difference is this ridge line up here that Olaf is standing in is the only good sort of position. I think being down there is pretty bad. Terminal 2, okay. Sorry, I don't know where I went. Terminal 2, no, this is horrible. In the middle of a valley, surrounded by, like, 4 massive hills. This is terrible. I can see why they're putting vehicles on it, because that's probably the best thing to put here, but putting it a large force is just the worst idea. And Terminal 3... lots of open ground. You can see the enemies coming if they come from the south, the west, or the east. So I think, as always, Terminal 3 is probably the best. But honestly, there's no sort of area they've put majority forces on. Like, actually, I guess Terminal 1 would be, which is interesting. Because those teleport poles will disappear at the end. So it's going to be a long way for them to get back if they don't get overrun. So it's always interesting seeing people put seeing commanders put majority forces on Terminal 1, because if it all goes wrong, then that's where, you know, most issues will arise.
So I'll be honest when I say this. I think Terminal 1, you're right, is going to be the toughest one to defend, but I think that's also where you can really deploy the most of your forces. Just in a lot of different areas to really stall Green 4's attack. I would not even bother with Terminal 2, in all honesty. Yeah. It's a really, really tough defense, which, granted, there's not really any cover for the attackers use other than Defilade. So if you were to overwatch everything, then I think you'd be okay. But I think for the numbers on how attrition's going to work, I think your best bet as Blue 4 is to really do a massive defense on Terminal 1 and then pull everything back along the MSR and then cover Terminal 3, because it's just a massive military base here with a good perimeter. Some nice spots where you can put some Overwatch elements on as well on the outside, but beyond that, it's pretty tough to call in terms of what else that might be done. You got to really look out for Green 4's Overwatch element with X-Ray and what they might do, but I think you could, in all honesty, just hold Terminal 1, because this AO is really, really well made for what we're going to see here. But otherwise, I'm going to quickly go through the roster just to show everything that I can here. So X-Ray is going to have Despo, Loki, Timex, Psyche, and Vexen. Vexen doing really well the past few days. I'd love to see how he or she follows up. Jib Style under Alpha HQ, lead with Green Thumbnator, Spike URP, Olaf, and G-Legs under Alpha 1. Alpha 2 has Navy Bar and 30k. Bravo HQ has Korvac Sam, JY, Lolo, Revanche, Newton, N1, Lince, Barrett, Ant, and Lucas. Charlie HQ has Papega all playing as their own individual group with no fill-ins. Delta has Scandi Recon with no fill-ins. Delta 2 has some other members of Scandi with members of MUR, as well as Keenan, Nick, and Dobbs filling in. The helicopter's going to have Wheaton, Stark, and Insanity. DJ, again, I mentioned, leading Green 4 here under X-Ray. He's got Kubas, Matisfine, Emzakov, Broken, Mispir, and Gim Boju with him. Alpha HQ has Vagrant leading with Shy, Guns and Drums, Dardis, Professional, Mischief. Good God, that threw my brain through a little ringer there. Banks, Zymil, and Rasta. Alpha 2 has Ash, Rory, Oddball, Tackleberry, Lurch, Rust, and Jack. Bravo HQ has Cholt leading with Lamp Boy as his either 2IC or medic. Based on the weapon, I think he's a medic, though. Taru leading Bravo 1 with Squeaks Norris, the Leprechaun, Iqbal, William, and Firehawk. Bravo 2 has Chaos leading with Pogo_K, Arcane, Theli, Khan, and Rai. 1RW taking Charlie 1 with Blam, Khan, Doki, Baki, Esco, Rat, and Bert. Delta HQ being led by Frodo. The teams having Hunter, Skipu, Steel, Wise, Ace, Steve, and Boehner. Under Delta 1 and Delta 2 has the members of Fox with Ottovisky and Swan, and then Charlie 2 has Koak on his own. I'm also seeing Green 4 doing a big utilization of the buses here. And they're going to take the buses on the ridges. That's an accident waiting to happen.
No, it's not. That is a beautiful. Oh my God! It's so pretty. Look at them. Look at those magnificent beasts. They're all going to school.
All right. On a quick side note here, Cynical, if you're still here, mod suggestions for Zeusing. I would recommend for specifically Zeusing, you go look at Zen. You go look at Crow Zeus add-ons, but beyond that, for Zeusing specifically, that's all I can really recommend right now. Because really beyond that, it's just up to your personal preference. Starship Trooper got a re-release because the original dev lead of that team, he had a bit of a falling out with the rest of his community, but it also was found out he was the one doing most of the work. So he re-released that mod, and he's using Devourer's mod as the new base for it instead of Ryan Zombies and Demons, because Devourer's Necro Plague mod is more stable.
When was the last time Ryan's Zombies and Demons was updated?
Honestly,
it was
8 years ago. 6 or 8 years ago. It's a very old mod.
To be fair, for what it is, it's still pretty much. It still holds up well today, I think. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, there's things that outperform it now, but you know. Mission starting now.
Oh, Desync Spike killed people! Woo! Whiplash reconnecting to the server just killed the entirety of Delta 1!
Woo! We love it when that happens. Oh my God, it literally did. Look at Kabubi. Kabubi is the only one at Delta who got in the wrong bus. The wrong bus saved this man's life. Oof.
Remember to always have spacing. See, now I'm waiting to see. I love how DJ's also commanding from the tractor, but are they going to reset the mission? Because we just had an entire team die. Are they going to do it?
Reset.
How did that go, Devour? You know, for the fact this bus is at like a 45+ degree angle, it's actually taking this really well. I don't have any way to restart it. Again, I'm just a commentator here.
Liru, restart the game.
I will restart it immediately. Yeah, so they're all going up the ridge. And then right at the top of that ridge is X-Ray, who got deployed via helicopter. Now, I'm curious if that helicopter is going to go down, actually see this convoy, and start engaging them with their miniguns on the side. I think the chopper is going to see these vehicles coming up at this rate. Oh yeah, they stick out like a sore thumb. Especially the bus. So fire's starting to go down. Right on top of that bus. With 15 people loaded in. There is someone down in the bus. So I do like that we have Chaos here. He's gotten out with that PKM and he's firing up at that helicopter, but helicopter's going for other targets as well, because they're very slow driving targets going up this ridge. But the helicopter just can't seem to line up its shots.
Who's this random green for you just sneaking up on blue for?
I don't know, but his battle blade just got taken out.
Schnei.
Yeah, it was the Dishka car.
Oh, he's not in a good position though. This has just been a cacophony of mistakes from Greenfall. Well, not mistakes actually. That's unfair.
I don't know why you take civilian picks and bring them up the ridge. Like, I get why, but at the same time, especially you're going from 890 meters to over a click. There goes the Dishka car.
Well, to be fair, Liru, you saw what happened when you put the civilian cars on the road.
Well, yeah, but that's because of a desync spike.
But it still happened. Oh, look at the traces.
A lot of people shooting up at that chopper.
I'm interested to know if he's been hit at all.
I have heard a few hits, but damage is superficial. Everyone in the chopper's still alive.
Yeah, no beeps.
Meanwhile, X-Ray, I just want to count their kills real quick. Despo on nada, Loki on nada, Tymek was on 1, Sayek on 1, Vexen on 2. Vexen, again, the one to watch in my opinion. He's just going to go up here and make sure that this is properly sweeps, but this is going to stall this green 4 force, meaning the other green 4 force that stayed on the road is going to potentially attack this unsupported. This might be a quick round.
Oh, Vexen firing.
Yeah.
He's actually hitting. He might have got someone there. They stopped. They stopped. He killed
yep,
someone.
He hit someone. He went from 2 to 3 kills.
Steve! Drive! He killed 2 people. He killed 2 people.
Is his kill count on 4 now? Nope, still on 3. I think he only knocked 1 out.
Oh. Yeah, well, let me... Delta green 4.
Yep, so I think his buddies gave the order to pull back. They tried to leave, but were taken out. Now you're hearing that UH-60 come in and doing this massive gun run.
Oh, you have... Who's this sneaking up?
I mean, I think they picked off 2 people. Yeah, Reapers is on 3 kills with the door gun, and Stark is on 2 kills with the door gun. So that chopper's gotten 5 kills.
Jesus.
That's one of the most successful choppers I've ever seen in FNF. Oh god, they're just barraging. They shot the car out.
I think the most successful helicopter I've ever seen got, like, it didn't get many kills, and you may remember this, but the only kill it got was they took down an enemy chopper. One guy survived. He was downed. He woke up, turned, and just got blasted in the face by a minigun.
Ooh, someone in X-ray woke up and got immediately taken out. I think that was Sayek. Yep. Oh, so the group that Vexen was shooting at, they're now coming back around. What are they doing? Oh god, what are you doing?
I love this. I love it.
Oh no!
I love this fucking game. I love this game and the people who play it.
Well, they lost one back wheel.
Get back in. We're going.
Oh man. 1 second. Yeah, Green 4, they still have a good chunk of forces down. They might be able to overpower Terminal 1, but they still have this chopper just driving by. No update on their kill count yet.
Vexen's actually got a vehicle kill, which I think was that Dishka
Yeah, that was the Dishka truck. He, I think, just shot into the engine, was able to cook it off. But I do love, now we're having Delta in Humvees come up with a 240 Vic. They're probably going to take the fight to Green 4 and stall him right here. Meanwhile, the other group is going to keep the fighting at the actual terminal. You got Falcon on no kills. He's crawling around. What an interesting turn of events for this round. So I wonder if Delta's going to come in and try to pick up X-Ray. I just don't know what to watch here. Do we watch the chopper continue to, like, bombard everything? Do we go take a look at Falcon to see what he can get?
Where is DJ's still on the fucking tractor. What a man. I love him. I love him.
Yeah, he's commanding from the tractor, which I find hilarious. Oh, so they abandoned the bus because they shot out one of the wheels of the bus, and they also caused someone to... Yeah.
Lamau.
That.
Wait, they what?
Don't worry about it.
I want to worry about it. Tell me. What did they do to the bus?
There's a body that's heavily ragdoll glitched. Sean trying to bandage up a dead body. Still on 3 and 2. I mean, that UH-60, though, getting 5 kills is pretty significant there. Delta for Blue 4 now engaging. They've knocked 2 Green 4 guys out that were in an off-road. There's also a third body there as well.
Okay, Green
X-Ray successfully pulled back to them.
Green 4 did not expect to just meet the entirety of Delta.
No, they did not. UH-60 has one of its gunners dismounted. From the gun, he might try to come in for a landing. What is he doing? I can't tell if he's drawing fire or what, but the gunners might be out of ammo at this point.
Honestly, knowing Stark, as soon as they'd run out of ammo, he'd be asking to get out.
Falcon, he took a few hits. Oh, he morphined himself. No, so he's preparing to get hit. He's gonna have someone come up here. Immediately shoots at Lurch, takes him out.
Is Falcon Green 4 or Blue 4?
Blue 4. Meanwhile, you're having a fight upstairs between Dardius, Revanche, and Sam. There's 2 Blue 4 bodies up here. And Revanche is bandaging, so good call on Dardius here.
Oh, Falcon might get Rust here. No. Rust moves away. Oh, Falcon sees him.
He's on 2 kills. He's trying to find an angle.
Russ is just panicking at this point, but he's running into the worst possible location.
What has this round become?
To be fair, it's definitely become a insurrection force versus trained US force, honestly.
Something like that, right? You're shooting above them.
Second goat team 6.
Now. So I think Delta is the Scandi players. They're doing their best here. They ran past a medic who's now going to be firing at their backs. Iender turns around quickly, panic fires, which makes the medic panic, running into more blue 4, and he gets taken out. But yep, that entire group has been sweeped.
All tackles moving in.
UH-60 still flying around back here.
Oh, tackle's looking the wrong way. Ho, ho, ho.
Falcon on 3 kills now. So now you got Alpha 1. They've set up on a little ridge here, and they're now firing down at another group of Green 4. I mean, this is just turning into a slaughter, in all honesty. Werewolf Boy, thanks for the 4-month resub at Tier 3. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Yeah, at this rate, I don't think Green 4... We do have X-Ray that's going to get on top of Terminal 2, but I think this is it. Falcon, though, I like what he's done. You know, he has a lot of room to do all this maneuvering and jumping around with enhanced movement. Oh. He jumps down, and literally Batman's oddball, but they do get a trade. Oddball could wake back up, though.
Falcon went and watched the new Batman film and then took some inspiration.
Unfortunately, didn't really work out for him there. Assassin's Creed, maybe.
Falcon Man.
Werewolf, you've been subbed for 4 months, but that was your first chat. Nice. I'm glad Falcon's unorthodox tactics were able to get you there. Oh, and there he is. I don't know, Green 4's down to X-Ray, one more group on the ridge, a few stragglers, and a tractor driving up, and then... I mean, Dardis, I think he's gotten 3 kills so far, yeah, and a vehicle kill. Because he's been killing the blue 4 guys up here. Oh, but he's crawling, and Sam had the 240 and immediately knocked him out. Oh, it's because Falcon was on semi-auto, like a goober.
No. Imagine if they added the melee mod to FNF.
That would be messy, and you know it.
But it would be so beautifully messy.
Stark has been landed on the ground, by the way, and he's climbing up to Ace, who's just crouched, looking around, all confused.
Kind of feel bad for Kabubi Face Ace, because he was in the wrong, bus. His friends all blew up.
Died to desync.
And then all
Stark's gonna...
just died. And he missed. Oh my god.
Missed his headshots and then finally gets it.
He never left his bus. Kabubi never left the bus. Oh, that man is horribly ragdolled. I've just seen him.
Guy Fieri and Flux breaching the remaining Green 4 guys, and Flux can't seem to get the drop on Guns there. Guns fails a grenade throw and then gets pushed. And then I think he just blew himself up with his own grenade, to be honest. I can't tell if Flux got the kill. Flux is on 1 kill, so he might have, but I'm pretty sure Guns also killed himself with his own grenade. Now you're seeing some blue 4 guys firing up at the remaining ridge here. And you've also got Delta driving down to engage these remaining forces. Oh yeah, they're just picking people off with that 240. And they have the ability to turn in on that Humvee. I mean, just look at this. Like, Blue 4 has a few skulls here and there, but Green 4, oh man, just a slaughter.
Lucky time. You ever seen that video of, I think it's just Insurrection of Forces using an RPG and one of them backblasts the other one?
Yeah, the other one, yep.
Yeah, this is that video.
Naf's on 6 kills on that 240 Bravo.
This is that video. It's just N4 making cacophony of mistakes and Blue 4 just laughing at them. GL goes out. Ooh, Sergeant William can't get his GLs on. Sergeant William gets his GL on, it'll be perfect. He still can't.
Ooh, it's a slaughter, as you said earlier.
Yeah.
It's literally trained U.S. soldiers versus an insurgency, and I'm just watching the insurgents get absolutely picked off. How's Vexen been doing? He's still on 3 kills, alright. And then you still have you got Green 4 on X-Ray, or excuse me, Green 4 X-Ray on Sector 2. That's just gonna be a long walk. This is just an absolute slaughter. Nem getting a beautiful grenade on Firehawk.
Yeah, beautiful. And now Platoon HQ, Kerry is firing down at them. Oh
God,
nice
Nemesis! Nemesis! Oh! That was a little switcheroo there.
Nemesis go way back up and look at the blood amount Nemesis dropped. It's just not a lot.
Yep. It's only hit twice, but oh, I thought I saw William get hit. There's
and
Nem. 360, Nem, 360. Nem. Nem. Nem, you boomer.
No way.
What?
William's out of ammo. He throws a grenade to smoke. What's
Nem gets saved by Stark, and then Nem double taps. Okay.
Beautiful.
That's all of that force sweep. Now we're just down to DJ. He's gonna take a walk. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna get another slice of pizza. And even then, we got Koak AFK, so this round's going to be really dragged out.
Fair, I can't really blame DJ all that much. This one. Oh, my pizza's there. I'll be right back.
I think DJ put too many guys up on the ridge. He should have kept everything low, but instead, he committed way too much on the ridge line, which was it was too much terrain for vehicles not designed to drive up, stuff like that. Then again, I don't think any vehicle was designed to drive up at that level. And Blue 4 was just able to deploy something up there and stop it, and then mow it all down with their helicopter with the miniguns, you know? And that was that. Otherwise, chat, how's everyone doing? We're still gonna have round 3. But Bloodwing, I was gonna make salmon tonight, but Bloodwing decided it was a pizza night, so here we are. From what I could tell, DJ's plan was probably to have an Overwatch element, and then the main force come in and take Terminal 1, which, granted, is a good plan, but there's way too much for you to have to drive on, and considering that the enemy has a UH-60 with miniguns, big vehicles driving slow up ridges is not a good strategy, because, I mean, hell, I showed it off and I'll show it again. Stark's gotten more kills since. He's at least gotten a third, but, I mean, they got 5 kills between the two of them in that chopper, and they were able to disable multiple vehicles, including the bus that was transporting everyone, and another car. So, it's something you don't really want to have to mix together. So now you're going to see X-Ray fold in. They might get through the original defenders here, but they're not going to be able to get the terminal. DJ's going to have a nice huzzah, but I'm really surprised they're not calling like a 10-minute warning before the round ends. Probably because it's too early, but this is just going to drag the round out completely.
Hey, did Stark do anything weird?
No.
Can you look at Stark? Quick, by the way. Quick.
He's dead.
You just missed probably the best clip I've ever seen. He obviously has to go to work quite early in the morning, so he had to kill himself. So when I swapped over to him, he was just jumping down the hill, or like flopping.
So he just jumped down the hill and killed himself.
This is the exact message I got. I commit jumpy death as I got to go. I gonna go flying. Got the all clear to jump. Green light.
Okay. Interesting. Looks like the UH-60 found green 4 X-ray. Or they might have just hidden a bush. You gotta remember, though, these bushes don't fully render when you get distance. What?
Yeah.
Is Charlie...
He's fucking going. Have you got a problem with that, Liru? You know, Eric made a good point in my chat. I definitely think this map was a little bit one-sided.
Okay. That happened. They're smoking. I think they're throwing an incense here because they think their car is possessed by something.
Probably is. Stupidity. They are actually attempting to fix it. But I think they've only got one wheel in the back.
I'll be back in a second.
Yep. Hi, chat. Don't worry, chat, I'm not drunk anymore.
Alright. Just been a slow round. Ay, ay, ay. I feel bad because this round is, I'm going to be honest, just kind of dragged out. So there's not really anything for me to cover here. It's just X-Ray slowly moving to the other sector. DJ's done a good job of moving in, but he's not going to get past that defensive group. So there's not really much else to say in this regard. DJ trying to pick Sam off. Maz now making an aggressive push. I've seen some long-range shots coming on DJ here.
Shut! I'm sorry I haven't been talking to you. Liru just.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, you're here. Oh fuck! You came back.
I've been
I
here.
left your chat alone. It's okay.
No, I've just been watching DJ try to do his solo
he's
thing.
So beautiful. Look at this man. I love him. I really wish he'd stop running away though.
Yeah, well, I mean, even then, we're still gonna wait on green for X-ray, so.
Man's just fucking blast him, bro. No, he must have shot one bullet and had to reload.
And Maz is gonna finally catch up with him. And there he goes after he stopped to shoot the helicopter.
Why did someone just fire an RPG?
I don't know.
To be fair, why? What's going on? Do Blue 4 think they've won?
I don't know.
Green 4 don't have to do anything. And they're still on the front foot.
I don't know.
Because none of them have bothered to try capturing.
Chopper just landed.
Imagine if Green 4 win because
They don't have the time.
But fucking Blue 4 aren't doing anything.
It's an OFCRA round, yeah, with a shit ton of maneuvering.
Blue 4 literally have a helicopter they could take to both objectives. Oh, it's Emsy with the sniper, and he's actually got a kill.
Yeah, the 4C ones allow for more maneuvering on the map, whereas the desert ones, if you're kind of out in the open, it's easier for the choppers to find you and take you out.
Well, they found him anyway.
Yeah,
Except
Kubash just
maybe-
got a kill because someone just ran right in front of him.
DJ is
Navy has no idea where Miss Spear is, but Miss Spear knocks Navy
Yeah.
to his feet, so Navy can then find and eliminate him with the 240
DJ
Bravo.
has just come into my chat and said, now why do I have to deal with this shit? Seems DJ is finally realizing what it means to be a FNF
Commander.
commander. I agree with DJ. This was heavily unbalanced on Green Force side, I think.
Yeah. You know, because the pizza's here, I'm probably not going to cover round 3. I'll be back for, I'll cover all the rounds of NA, but I don't want to let it go too cold.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, this round, you know, it started off strong, but then they let the
Yeah.
entire thing play out, and I'm kind of bored to death, so.
All right, well,
Do I have plans to make missions for FNF?
did.
I did, and
Time ago.
then silly stuff happened, and now I have none.
Yeah, well, I'll be doing round 3. And we'll be winding down. Oh no, Kubas.
Poor man. AT even going up to him. Blue 4, you got firing at different angles. They're chasing ghosts. Roster, I think, coming up to finish this. And there it is. All right, Blue 4 wins. I'm going to call it here. What am I thinking? Don, can you go ahead and raid Dream, since I believe we'll be covering round 3. But we'll be back in 2.5 hours. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. Have a good one.
Bye-bye, Liru. Love you.